Welcome to Nascimento Marketing's 32 Blitz, presented by Living Sport. Tonight is matchup number 1 of round 3, Maryland versus Penn State on NBA 2K20. Let's get to our guests today. So, up top, you got Jake from Maryland. You have me, Chris. I'm hosting it. Beneath me here, we have Dan. Dan is representing Penn State. And at the bottom here, we have Anthony, our Living Sport alum. As usual here, before we kind of get into anyone specifically, let's get the game going. So you guys know how it works. We're gonna do the two randoms and then the death pick at the end if you wish to do so. So let's go and let us know who you get first and who you get second.
Oh, I'm sticking with the Lakers.
Wait, who'd you get though?
I got the Magic twice, so could I do it another time
Yeah.
that doesn't count? All right.
Yeah, I believe you though, even though it's not showing on the screen. I believe you.
All right, I got Magic and Knicks. So like your prediction at the beginning wasn't that far off. I'm gonna go for the
Third.
automatic. It has to be better.
Oh,
Who'd you get?
I got the Bulls. So
Oh man.
slight disadvantage off the start, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's big because Dan's been doing pretty well at this, and I was telling Dan before the stream started that I'm gonna have to just pepper Dan with questions because I was thinking to him, I'm like, you know what, maybe he's winning so much because he's so quiet during the stream. So not today.
Add on a lot of questions now. Like this is lopsided.
Yeah, Jake, you better get your spiel out in the first 5 minutes of your bio because then me and Anthony are just gonna be peppering Dan.
We're gonna bust it out real quick, and then you won't hear anything from me the rest of the night.
Hey, Jake, you get up by 20. You can tell me what your name is. No, but no. Okay, sounds good.
Dan, you better win by like 30 points.
Yeah.
I won my 30 last game. I mean,
Did you?
We'll see what happens.
Who did you play
Yeah.
last game? Kent State. Yeah, he's a Madden guy, so that's understandable. But here. So Lakers will be Dan and Penn State, and what did you say it was? Because it's not here on the screen.
Bulls.
Bulls.
Okay, so here, you want to start it, and we'll go from there. Jake, we can go with you, then go Dan, and then Anthony. Basically, name what you're studying or studied, and then career. So what you're working in or what you want to work in as well.
So my name's Jacob Smith. I'm a rising sophomore at the University of Maryland. I'm currently business undecided, but looking into doing either like finance or marketing. I'm not really sure, but we don't have a sports like management degree at Maryland. So kind of to compensate for that, I do sports business society, which is kind of like our sports business club there. And we have people come out and talk to us and kind of just get to know like more about the sports business industry and how to kind of get into it. And still pretty young. I haven't had really any opportunities yet, and I'm not working at anywhere right now, but I definitely hope to in the future.
Yeah, no, that all sounds amazing, and I think today you can maybe ask some questions because I'm a marketing grad. Dan's in Dan's in accounting, I believe. So there's some questions there, and then Anthony, graduate student, correct, or did you just finish graduate school?
No, still graduate student.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so perfect day to kind of get your questions out, especially at Dan, right? So Dan, let's go with you. Quick question here: have you guys clicked load yet or play?
Oh yeah, we're in right now.
Oh, no way. It's not. That's not good.
Is stream not working?
Oh, I don't know. The stream's working, so on Twitch, YouTube, they can see us talking, but the Twitch coming from Jake's PS4 is having some issues, which is fine.
Do you want us to do anything or?
No, I'm gonna do my magic as a tech genius and click reload.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm a savant at this stuff. If you're here, guys, help me out here. Dan, you go fill in some information. Tell me about yourself, so I don't need to speak while I'm trying to fix this.
So I'm a rising senior at Penn State. Currently on the executive board for the sports business club here. Like Maryland, we don't have a sports business major, so really, when I came in, I was also undecided. Didn't really know what I wanted to do, but sports is something that I grew up, loving, and I just want to stick with that. So, joined a sports business club, networked with a bunch of people from the sports business industry. Got my first internship with Penn State athletics. Had a good time there. Then I had an internship with the Baltimore Orioles the summer after that. Right now, I am kind of going to the accounting side of things because I'm an accounting major, and having no background in that, I really wanted to, fulfill that side of what I'm trying to do. And hopefully one day I like to combine, both my love for accounting and my passion for sports business into one, a career. So, yeah, just a little bit about me.
Yeah.
Which department did you work in with Penn State athletics wise?
The marketing and promotions department.
Okay, gotcha. Did you do that for like an entire school year or just one semester or?
So normally they do it for an entire school year, but they had an opportunity to do it for an entire summer. So I took that opportunity.
Gotcha. Yeah, we got some people at Florida State that kind of do the same thing. So I was just curious whether there's so many different departments within athletics. It's always interesting to hear who's doing what. So.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's kind of the perfect welcoming for Anthony here. Do you kind of want to transition with that and tell us about yourself?
Yeah. Well, first off, thanks for having me on again. I think this is the second experience that I've been a part of. But I'm Anthony Rizzo, soon to be second-year grad student at Florida State in the sport management program here. Did my undergrad at Queen's University of Charlotte, also in sport management. But I'm down here now, and as a supplement to my education, I'm also a graduate assistant with the facility and event management department within Florida State Athletics. So spend a lot of my time outside of class just kind of helping operate and execute a lot of our athletic events, and then help out kind of manage the day-to-day work with several of our athletic facilities. So right now I'm doing a summer job between year 1 and 2, but in about 3 weeks I'll be headed back to kind of get started with whatever a normal college athletics year ends up looking like. So
yeah, it's definitely gonna be some interesting times, and you guys kind of touched on it briefly. Obviously, I've said, actually, you know what? Here, I always forget to do this. Christopher Nascimento, behind Nascimento Marketing. I'm hosting, recent graduate of a Bachelor's of Commerce degree in marketing, or option in marketing. That's what the title is. And currently working with the new soccer team here in Ottawa, Atletico Ottawa. Fun fact, they're owned by Atletico de Madrid, so cool ties there to Spain. Yeah, but just kind of going off of what you guys were saying here about, college athletics and kind of getting those experience while you're in college and, still studying and, still in that academic space, is that, in the States, having these massive schools like Penn State as, the one that, being in Canada, that's the one I know of, especially with names like Saquon coming out of there. But you guys have like a tremendous amount of opportunities just kind of get involved just with let's say the football team at Penn State. There's just a huge team behind them, right? And it's almost like a professional team that you're working behind. So maybe, Dan, you can kind of get into that because I see you're starting to run away with this a bit. So push some questions your way.
Well, yeah, Penn State, a lot of, we see a lot, on the field, but, getting to work in the marketing department, there's so much that goes into game day. They prep for each game day, the summer going into each season, prepping for each game, looking for what sponsors, what game day events that they want to put on the field. Each timeout, each halftime, they plan something out for that. So, I didn't get to work in the Penn State football department, so I don't really know that much about what goes into it. But having my marketing manager work within football, he explained to me how much detailing, how much work it really goes into each and every single game day.
Yeah, for sure. And a question I kind of want to pose this to everyone as well is that, who was it here? There was someone that came on the stream. Can't remember off the top of my head here. But, oh, you know what? It might have been the Ryerson representative. So they're finishing up their, I think, media degree. So they're undergrad. And they're kind of set on now, you know what? I want to get a sports business master's, which is great. And, you know, now that you have that tough question of deciding, oh, like, what school is the best fit for you? And I think I get messages from, like, students that are just entering their undergrad and things like that of what do I think's best, business, and then join the sport business club. So with everyone here having like different perspectives of, you know, Jake here's just starting school, you know, in business, working with the sport business club, you know, Dan's in accounting, you know, and then Anthony, you're a grad student. So maybe just hearing all of your perspectives of what you, maybe for Jake, like what you plan on doing and touching on the business club, and then also maybe Anthony looking back on what route academically you think is the best for your career.
Yeah.
Let's start with Anthony.
Yeah, for sure. So I think kind of looking back on it, in all honesty, I wish I would have maybe gone a different route early on. So when I went through undergrad, I did not go with the expectation that I would pursue a graduate degree. It kind of way all my internships and post-graduation and whatnot worked out. It kind of led me down this path. It's funny how life works that way. But as I look back on it, I wish I would have maybe gotten a normal business degree in undergrad, just because that would have opened a bunch of different doors outside of just sports specific. I still would have wanted to pursue a career within sports just because the passion for this industry is there. But you get in situations like we are right now where a lot of sports is just shutting down.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be able to fall and say, oh, well, I can still look at these opportunities, pursue other positions with companies outside of sports, kind of tread the water a little bit until things start to pick back up, still maintain connections. Maybe you develop their internships and whatnot. And then it's hard to do it, but try to work your way back in the end. But, I mean, I think, again, I've gotten a sport management degree. And I think that, too, if I would have known I was going for a grad degree, I wouldn't have done both undergrad and grad in the same degree path. I would have, you go wide and broad with business and then get a master's to be more specific in sport management. And then you've got that, you can kind of double down and really open a bunch of different opportunities. So I think if I could go back into undergrad and knew I was going to do a master's and all this stuff, I'd probably go to the business route and then just use my internships during undergrad to kind of tailor where I want my career to trend.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting that you say that, because, you know, being someone who, you know, just finished my business degree, obviously in Canada the schools are also smaller, but I think my incoming class at the business school had 5,000 students, and, you know, in your first year you have classes that are like 330 students large, so everyone kind of had, you know, it looks like, oh, I'm going to go wide, kind of like you're talking about, where, you know, business opens all these doors for me.
Yeah.
But then I think as university goes on, it seems like it wears on people. So a lot of students that, you know, weren't really passionate and kind of wanted to, you know, I just want to get a degree. By the end of it, I had like 25 students in my classes. And programs, at least at my school, like human kinetics. So I find, no offense to, I'm not trying to like offend anyone if it comes off that way, but human kinetics, I found a lot of people are like, oh, I like sports, this has to do with the body, I'm going to get this degree. And then you kind of speak to them and they're like, oh, I want to be a coach. But basically they just got a degree of like how the body works and things like that. Whereas I find like a sport management or even a business degree is much more broader, like you were mentioning. I think that's definitely something that first years and incoming students need to think about as well.
Yeah.
But
And if it would have been different a little bit, I mean, all the sport management programs are different in their own ways in terms of what classes they offer. Mine in undergrad basically stripped away all connections to the business side of it. So there used to be like financial accounting, I think was a requirement, and they scrapped that like right before I came in just because all the students it was really hard and they weren't being successful with it. I think kind of the sport management degree, and maybe Jacob and Dan, you can speak to this as well. But I always kind of heard when you're watching people, like you're watching college games or stuff like that, and you see somebody majored in sport management, there's that bad rap of, oh, well, sport management is that just easy degree for people to kind of go in, just kind of coast through, and they can get their degree that way. I don't think that it's like that. I think there's definitely some challenges in it as well. But I definitely think that when you compare a business degree with a sport management degree, a lot of people look at the sport management degree as something you can just pass through with ease compared to challenging yourself a little bit more. I don't know if you guys have heard that or had that perception or from other people.
Hey, Anthony, I think you're cutting out. Do you mind maybe signing, like maybe moving to closer to the modem or something?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
Yeah, no problem. But maybe we can continue the conversation that Anthony was saying here. What do you guys think in terms of?
I mean, as for what he's saying, would definitely agree that there's, I guess, more of like a stigma around people that have a sports management degree versus a business one. But I don't have personally, because at Maryland there's no sports management degree. I kind of feel like that's almost fortunate because I think that ultimately for me I'm like so young. I feel like getting a just general like business degree would be more helpful in case, like sports management or being in the sports industry isn't something I want to do like in the long run, and it kind of allows more versatility with that degree in the future. So like where I'm kind of at is just to get like a normal business degree, since obviously they don't offer sports management anyways here. And I've talked to like people within the industry, and I feel like it's very mixed whether people feel like you should go to grad school or if you should just try to dive right into or go to grad school for a sports management degree versus just like diving right into the industry if you can do that. So that's kind of, I guess, something I'm kind of curious about your guys' opinions on, or like what your plans are. And then I know you mentioned kind of like, I guess, plans that I might have, and I would be honest, I don't really know, but we could talk about this a little bit later, Dan. But do you know, like, how are you involved with the sports business conference at Penn State at all, or like no, like?
No, so our club and the conference are kind of like two separate things. We have like I personally don't know anyone that's on the conference. I've been to the conference once my freshman year, and it's a really incredible event. But the conference is really, it's just like a one event, 2-night thing where the club is a yearly round thing. Speaking on what Anthony said earlier with sports management, like Maryland, we don't have a sports management major. So, going to events like the events we have at Sports Business Club and the events that we have at Sports Management or the Sports Business Conference is really kind of the only way you can really get in, or not get in the industry, but find internship opportunities. And, going off that, you still have to bring in 110%. It's not like accounting where, you have this one spot where you take accounting, and then you automatically, or, there's, hundreds of jobs, after college for you. Like, my experience with sports business is, connect with as many people as you can, make good connections too. Like, it's not enough just to know someone, but, be an asset, prove that you're valuable, and, yeah.
No, 100%. I think just building on that, I think I started off in accounting. I know what Dan's saying in the sense of, even just in second year, already starting to get offers for once you graduate. And then when you see like the job boards for schools, and every like week there's like an email saying, oh, like Deloitte or KPMG, they're coming here to kind of speak to you guys, like look over your CVs. And that's in like second year. So accounting, when I was in accounting, I never had, maybe it's probably a negative thought, but I was like, oh, I don't need to network. You know what I mean? Like I already have like things lined up. But then my then counter argument to that is, if you do get a degree in sports management, I think if that's what you're truly passionate about, I think it doesn't matter. Like if you want to work in sports and you love sports and that's what you want to study, I think all power to you, because we're kind of get philosophically here. We're all gonna die one day, so that was my mindset why I left accounting. I'm like, I hate this. I'm good at it, but I don't like it. So that's why I went the marketing route. And I think sports may get harder to get into, and it is much more niche. But I think the what's the correct terminology? The reward you get back from it in terms of like your work is much more rewarding. Like you see it like literally in front of you. You see like your work, your marketing efforts to sell jerseys. You see people around the city, wearing the logo, things like that. Whereas if you're working for, I don't know, a toothpaste company and you're marketing them, it's kind of harder to kind of see your product all over the place, unless you're like going in the grocery stores and into people's houses and you see it. But
yeah, I definitely agree that like just being in sports would have to be just so much more motivating than working for just like a random company that produces like a product that it's just like on shelves. It's like, I don't know. I definitely see what you're saying there though.
Yeah.
Like, that's like my motivation too. It's like, it's just going to be so much more rewarding and fulfilling. Like you're working, you can watch the team play like on whatever, like on the field, on the ice or whatever. And you can also see like the culmination of what you're doing in, like you say, the jersey sales and everything. But like if you're doing like a job, just ordinary job, if that not ordinary, but you know what I'm saying, it's harder to see like your progress, or if that makes sense.
No, for sure. Like your output almost.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, building on that was, oh man, that's why I gotta write things down. Jake, what were you saying here? You were saying, oh, here, this is what it was. I actually had in my last semester, a marketing prof told me this, or he told the whole class this as well. Never market a product you don't believe in. And then last week, my CEO at the team, he said to the ticketing staff, he's like, hey, if you don't believe in this, he's like, we'll go contact the person, because we're not selling something you don't believe in. So I think believing what you're marketing, what you're selling, any sort of form like that, I think that has a huge impact on your career and what you're doing as a job as well. Yeah, I think we're having issues with Anthony here.
Did he leave?
No, he's just trying to fix the internet, signing in and out. Because I don't know if you noticed when he was talking, he was like cutting out.
Anthony's not the only one having issues right now. This is brutal.
Hey, Dan, I got some bad news. And hey, Jake, not to make you look bad here or anything, but let's look at the score a bit.
No, don't.
Bad news.
But Dan, I think you're gonna have to. Well, this is good news and bad news. Which one do you want first?
Give me the bad news.
Give me bad news? Bad news is you're probably going to have to buy a game for round 4.
Madden?
Madden or FIFA.
Can we so Madden's the finals, right?
No, I don't know what the finals is yet.
Because I was just about to say, can we make it just one game instead of me having to buy Madden and FIFA?
No, you don't need. No, I'm not saying you buy 2. I'm saying it'll be Madden or FIFA. You know what? Madden. It'll be for sure Madden for round 4. Right. And then the finals, if you're in the finals, not to Jake, you never know.
No, you know.
Dan, if you make it to the finals, you'll be playing Madden or 2K. So you'd already have 2K.
So who gets the advantage of picking Madden or 2K? Is it you or?
No, it's like literally whatever I can, logistically speaking. So like if someone, let's say in the Canadian bracket, let's say, to be honest, those two The bottom of the Canadian bracket, they only have 2K, so that lines up perfectly. The top, I believe, only have NHL, FIFA, and Madden. So I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll flip a coin. I don't know. Whoever has the most blowouts wins.
Because I'm a lot better at 2K than I am at Madden. So
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. Well,
Sorry about that, guy. I just moved into a new apartment and still trying to figure out where the Wi-Fi works and where it doesn't. So
yeah. No
it's
problem.
like it's got to be in the bedroom right over there in order to connect.
Yeah. No problem. Well, we're just talking about the scoreboard here now because unfortunately,
I never pretended 2K was my strong suit, so it's all good.
what was your strong suit? NHL.
NHL for sure, yeah.
You beat me last week.
Unlikely to get people to play that in the American bracket.
Yeah, you're the only one in the American bracket that owned it.
That's so upsetting.
Yeah, it's upsetting for me as a Canadian. What was I gonna say here, Dan? In terms of the tournament, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so you'll play Madden on July 30th. No offense, Jake. Dan's gonna move on. Oh yeah, but here's the good news. I didn't tell you the good news yet.
it's good news.
The good news is I got a notification on my PS4 today that all games are on sale on the PSN store, so you might get it for even cheaper than $15, $20 or $15.
Oh, perfect.
Maybe
How much you
even
think it'll be? Like $10, $15?
Yeah. I bought mine in May for $19, and that's Canadian.
Not bad.
No, pretty good considering it's 79.
Hey Dan, can you do me a favor and leave it? Don't beat me by over 30, so I can say it wasn't 30.
Yeah, I'll run a little ISO through. So
Oh,
What is it right now?
it is.
Hey, Jake, put your arms up.
my arm. Oh, okay.
Your hands up. Have you been playing like that the whole game? I'm just noticing that now.
Let's just calm down and not critique my.
Jake, pull it. Go drive to the net, man.
What's the score right now?
I was at
50 to
he's
80.
beat me by 28. Not a big
52
deal.
to 80.
But
50.
I gotta say, beginning of the game, I swear, LeBron and Anthony Davis, like, I couldn't even do anything. I just sat back and let them just destroy me.
Yeah, they're cheat codes. I literally would drive and they make every layup or dunk.
Even if they were like smothered, it's fine.
Yeah,
So
Jake, hold L2, man. You gotta get that stance right. Now I'm just caught up in the game. This always ends up happening. Okay, but I don't know if you guys saw the post today that I made on Nascimento Marketing. Follow it. NASCIMENTOMKTG. Yes, TM. The prize for the winner of the tournament, I'm sure you guys know this, but I'll reiterate it again. $500 American, not Canadian, scholarship towards a 2021 Living Sport 10-day international program. So that's a huge prize. Shout out to Living Sport. And Jake, it's not going to be you. One step closer.
Yeah. I mean, as a
say like one more time, just one more time, because
as an alum, like I can definitely speak on the wonderful opportunity that it is to be able to participate on one of those trips. I did in 2017. I went on, I think it was the second trip overall to Milan, Italy.
Mm-hmm.
We helped out with it's called the Red Hook Criterium, but it's a cycling race, and I think I really give credit to that experience as opening my eyes to wanting to pursue a career with event operations, because that whole experience of helping put on that event and just kind of seeing that championship race with people just lining both sides of the finishing chute, just that experience overall and just how invested international folks get in sporting events really got me excited about it. But I mean, being able to go up there with a group of complete strangers, make the connections, people I still kind of communicate with today, but just kind of the opportunities and the network you get by participating in that Living Sport program. So that's definitely that being able to use that money to participate in one of those trips, that's definitely an amazing opportunity. So
Yeah, absolutely. Just a quick question on that. Do you guys work on the setup of the event before going to Milan? Is that, or do you guys work like on the ground there?
yeah, no, it's strictly on the ground. So they have and all the events are different. I know like the Red Hook Criterium is they work with that for some of the trips. I think they do Tough Mudder, I think, and then I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a triathlon, Ocean Man, I think. But it's pretty much just the boots on the ground. All of those organizations have their team and whatnot, and we just kind of go out there and just kind of help them set up the course, and then on event day, kind of help with registration or sign-ins or just course execution or what have you. And then outside of that, throughout the week, it's just kind of networking opportunities with other people, going to see different sporting venues and meeting with people that work at those facilities, and then just kind of being able to see the place that you're traveling to and the culture and everything like that overall. So definitely an amazing opportunity for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's going to be a huge thing for whoever wins this all. Could be Dan. Um, I don't know, man. I think the Canadians will give people some run for their money, especially my alma mater here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna, don't want to jinx him or anything, but he's quite talented in the various games of sport. They say. So yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Ottawa, Penn State. Who knows? But yeah. So you'll be playing July 30th. You'll be playing Madden, and it will be versus Florida or Baylor. I think in your case, you probably hope it's Florida because Baylor, I think that's the only game he plays, and he has specific play calls he can choice. So that man is serious. So I'd be scared of playing Baylor. Yeah, but no, thank you to everyone for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always missing something here, but yeah, thank you so much for coming on, especially on a Wednesday night. I know work week, it's tough nights, but yeah, let's kind of go through it again one more time. Jake, just say hey, Jake, first. Yeah, I'm gonna say it for you if I continue, but yeah, go ahead.
My name's Jacob Smith. I didn't lose by 30 tonight, so yeah. I'm a rising sophomore at the University of Maryland. Business undecided currently. Really passionate about sports and business, and really hope to make it work one day. So.
Perfect, Dan.
Yeah, Dan, rising senior at Penn State. If you're watching this right now, 10, 15 years down the road, I'd love to get back in the sports business industry as an accountant. I'll have the experience by then. I'll be a CPA, and hopefully, if you're the Orioles or if you're the Eagles, my two teams right there.
Eagles.
Hey, Eagles fly.
Fly, Eagles fly, baby.
Stream's over. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, definitely, looking to get back in the industry down the road.
You're not a Washington NFL team fan? That's the correct terminology, I believe, at the moment.
Well, I actually live close to the Baltimore, but I have family in Philly, and I grew up loving the Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson team, and just stuck with me ever since.
I thought you were going to say Deshaun Watson team. I'm like, wrong team. But no, that's good stuff. Last but not least, Anthony, bring it home.
Yeah. Again, Anthony Rizzo. Sorry again for the technical or technological issues that I was having. But again, it was great to be on here to connect with you guys. Soon to be second-year grad student at Florida State University, and a second-year graduate assistant with the facility and event management department. Really hoping to try to finish up this second year and carve out a role with event operations, whether it's at the college athletics level or try to get my foot in the door professionally. So hopefully the industry looks a lot more promising this time next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Canada. Okay, it's not. There's my A. It's not too bad up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, here I forgot to hold their names. So here, if anyone's watching this, if you're skipping to the end, everyone's names are in the bottom left corner. Just type it up. Find us on LinkedIn. I guess I should finish off. Christopher Nascimento, at Nascimento Marketing. If you want to follow me, get in touch with me, anything like that, or even if you have trouble getting in contact with someone on this stream or someone else, I can put you in contact with them for a small fee. But no, just kidding.
Fun fee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm actually a recruiter part time. But this is what this whole event was. I'm just starting up my own recruiting agency. Eagles, you're gonna have to pay me to get Dan. But no, sounds good, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night. I know I'm going straight to bed. So have a good night, guys. Speak soon. And Anthony, Jake, if you guys want to jump on maybe for a future stream as a guest, maybe we can start having multiple guests again. By all means, just shoot me a message.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night, guys, and congrats to Dan.